Good to go.
So how you doing, Kelly?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Do you cross the border on a regular basis?
Yes, sir.
So as you know, like the national media is saying that there's a large immigration crisis at the border. Do you feel it in this area?
I just feel that immigration is a little harsh, honestly.
How so?
Well, my husband was deported, so
Oh, is that why you cross?
yeah,
So when your husband was did they come to your house
no,
and he
no.
like did he get pulled over? What happened?
No, we were in North Carolina,
Oh man,
and
you were far away. You were
yeah, and his car broke down, and they started harassing him. The police did, and he didn't have any ID or anything, so they ran him in to jail and then fingerprinted him,
okay.
and then put an ice hold on him. He sat in jail 13 months.
13 months.
13 months,
Wow.
and then they deported him back to Mexico.
So, but now that he's back in Mexico, and you're an American citizen,
I
right?
am an American citizen.
So now that he's back there, can you guys do the immigration process?
I'm working on all that.
How complicated is the whole?
It's too complicated. That's why I'm saying they're too harsh. They need to lighten up just a little bit. I have family in America. I'm born there. I have children, grandchildren, and I want to be able to have a life there with my family. His family actually is in America. So with that being said, he's the only one in his family that is over there. So they deported him back to a foreign country because he's been living in America since he was 9, 10 years old.
9, 10. Are you guys having to work through an attorney? Like, is it a costly process?
It is a costly process. However, we're not even at that point yet. We, just started from scratch, and it just totally, it completely is just a process of we don't have anything. We had to start completely over. I left everything.
Do you cross every day?
Almost every day.
Is there a significant difference between life over there and life over here?
Major. I don't go outside.
Why?
I hear women screaming. I hear gunshots. I hear and the cartel is, rampant over there. And so I don't go outside. Neither one of us do. He goes to work and comes home. I go to work and I come home.
It doesn't sound like very much fun.
No, it doesn't.
So because he was deported, does that mean that he's not even allowed to cross on a day pass?
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm very sorry that you guys are going through that, and I'm also really sorry that the cartels are. So, would you say that that's just the way of life over there now?
I think so. Unless you are from there, then you don't really have a chance there. My sweet husband works. He works from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and makes $15 a day. And he works hard. He unloads trucks. That's not an easy job. It's not an easy task. So,
is it enough to live in Mexico?
No, no. I mean, a 20-ounce Coke there is 15 pesos. And it's cheaper, but in a day he might make 300 pesos for 12 hours. That's $15.
Are you paying a lot of money in currency exchange fees so that you can work here in the U.S. and then go over there and then you guys spend money over there?
I don't think there's a lot of currency exchange fees for me. I don't make a lot of money. I work at Whataburger. I mean, it's a good company and I like it there, but as far as that goes, I don't think I make enough money for it to really hurt me.
And you don't really have an end in sight at this point. You don't really know how long this is going to continue.
I don't. I mean, I was just kind of hoping that the laws would lighten up. I could file something and get to come back with my husband. I don't want to live here and him live there. I don't think that's fair. We've been together 5 years. 5 years. And, we are legally married, and that should count for something. It should.
I think a lot of people would be surprised to learn that you are having a problem, because the idea is that if you marry an American citizen, you get to come to America. At least that's a pretty common thought.
Yeah,
So,
it's a
was it
lie.
a shock to you when he got deported and you weren't able to get him back?
No, we had attorneys involved then, and we were pretty well aware that that would really hold no grounds for him staying in the country. Um, he didn't do anything wrong. He had a prior record that they pulled up from, and it was from his childhood. That's the unfair part, because I got in trouble when I was a kid, but that was stricken from my record, and I can get in trouble now and they don't even pull that back up. But he, as an adult, got arrested for nothing. Nothing. They charged him with resisting an officer or
When he
resisting
was a
arrest.
teenager?
No, this was just this last
Oh,
in
okay.
2019. And when he was a child, he got falsely charged. He was. It's a long story, and I'll sum it up for you. But he was helping a friend that lived in a residence go in and get his belongings. That he owed rent there, but they were trying to keep his stuff. And he went in, and I guess the people come in and called the police, and they arrested him. This was when he was a kid. So they charged him with aggravated burglary or aggravated robbery, something along those lines. And which it shouldn't have been that. The guy that
You
lived
feel like
there,
he was sentenced too harshly for that one?
very harshly, and it just kind of has carried along with him over the years. And like, he had a green card. Even the arresting officer ripped up his green card, his social security card, and told him, "You don't deserve this." I didn't think he could do that.
Yeah, I don't understand how he has the power to make that
To
decision.
make that decision, exactly. So, like,
Did you talk to an attorney about that?
I have not. I just found this out a couple days ago, actually. I will, though. I will.
I think a lot of times people don't know the legal recourse that they actually have available to them.
Mhm.
So if you don't know how to use the system, then you're kind of held down by the system. That's really
Right.
unfortunate. Well, I'm sorry that you have to go through so much just to get to work. And you guys have any children?
No.
Well, that stinks,
Yeah.
but also at least that's something you don't have to worry about.
Yeah. We want children eventually, but we have to medically get help for that. So, with all this going on, that's down the line.
Yeah, way down the line. How do you guys stay safe even inside your house?
We lock our doors and we barricade our door every night. He puts stuff up against the door that's heavy.
Are people allowed to own firearms in Mexico?
No,
Only the cartels?
and the police. And the police, I think, kind of go hand in hand with the cartel. I think they're like, not all of them. I think that you have to get with like the National Guard there, or the Marines or something like that, to actually get real help in Mexico.
So there's a lot of corruption, is what
A
you're saying.
lot of corruption.
And you don't know who to reach out to. Do the communities band together? Like, okay, we can't trust the cops. We know the cartels are here. As a community, we need to guard our streets. Does any of that happen?
I don't believe so.
It's just too dangerous.
Yeah, I think that everybody's scared. I mean, you hear stories about like the cartel like chopping off people's heads and stuff like that, and it's like, oh my God, So I go to work and I get back over here before dark so that I don't have to walk the streets at night to get back to where we live, and I don't leave the house again until the next day when I have to go back to work. So it's not much of a life, but at least I'm with the one I love.
I think a lot of women would have abandoned their man. I hope your man understands how lucky he is to have somebody who's willing to do so much for him. And God bless you, and I appreciate your time. Thank you very much,
Nice
Kelly.
to meet you.
It's
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you. Have a good one.
You too.